Hi beauties, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Jenny Beauty, and today I'm going to be doing a video where I basically just do my makeup. And I don't think I've said this on my YouTube channel yet, but I am actually pregnant. I am 17 weeks today, so I just wanted to give a little update of how my first trimester went and how I'm doing now, all the symptoms I have had, and just, you know, the whole scoop on my pregnancy. So I'm so excited. I'm very nervous as well, but yeah. Anyways, if you'd like to see me get ready and also hear about my pregnancy, then just keep on watching. So I just have some notes in my phone of any symptoms I had. Mainly my symptoms were in the first trimester, but I still have some things here and there. So I'm just going to open my phone up and let's get started on our makeup. I haven't done my makeup in so freaking long. It's insane. It was, I think the last time I did my makeup was at the Tennessee game that we announced our pregnancy at, and I was about exactly 13 weeks. I haven't put on makeup in 4 weeks, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna start off with the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. My skin just feels really dry today, and I think this feels pretty moisturizing, so. And then I'm also going to throw in some Porefessional Pearl Primer in my T-zone just to cover up any pores. And then for foundation today, I have been loving, I'm sure if you watch my videos you know, the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I picked up LN4 the other day because I'm getting way less tan than I was, and I was using Medium Warm 2 or MW2, I assume that's what it stands for. But this foundation is so freaking good. The color range sucks, but it's a fantastic foundation. So I'm going to try the LN4 Light Neutral 4 by itself first and just see how it looks. Compared to my neck, I feel like it's a little light. So I'm just going to mix mostly the lighter color on the back of my hand, but add in some of the medium color just to give me a little bit of color. Okay, so anyways, 17 weeks today. I'm very excited to be 17 weeks. I am so excited to find out the gender. I'm going to find out in 4 weeks. So, or hopefully I will. I have an appointment with an ultrasound in 4 weeks. And I haven't had an ultrasound since I was 8 weeks. I've only had one ultrasound this whole time, which I always thought you had more than that, but apparently that's normal. But yeah, anyways, I'm dying to just see the baby, make sure everything's going all right in there and all is good. I haven't gained any weight at all yet, but I don't drink anymore, so obviously. So I'm thinking maybe it's just like canceling out because I used to drink quite a bit. So I don't know, maybe that's why, but I think my body looks different. I just weigh the same. So who knows? I'm glad I haven't gained anything. I was a little bigger than I wanted to be when I got pregnant, so I'm fine with that as long as everything's healthy and good. And my doctor hasn't said anything. She said she wants me to gain 25 to 30 pounds since I started off in a normal weight range. And I think that's fair. We'll see what happens. But right now I think I'm on a good track to hit that. So hopefully I will stay on track. Who knows? I don't know how the weight gain works with pregnancy, honestly. But I definitely have a little bit of a bump, so that's good. I like to see progress. It makes me feel like something's happening. So anyways, first trimester, I found out that I was pregnant May 8th, and we were trying, so I found out right away. I was, you know, taking pregnancy tests like a mad woman because I can't control myself, even though I knew they wouldn't be positive yet. You know, I don't know. So yes, September 8th is when we found out, and I would have been 4 weeks, I guess. It's weird how the weeks work, because by the time you find out and miss your period, you're already 4 weeks. So yeah, anyways, found out then, and we didn't tell literally anybody until 13 weeks, not my parents, not anybody. We waited, because we don't live near my parents, so we waited until we went home. I didn't want to tell them over the phone or anything, but they knew it was going to happen soon. They knew we were trying, so they weren't that impressed, but they were very excited. So yeah, I guess the first trimester, I didn't have any morning sickness. I'm very, very lucky. I don't know, I had like, if I didn't eat in a certain amount of time, my stomach would feel like, you need to eat or else. I don't know what would have happened, but I always just ate because I didn't want to find out. So I had that, but it definitely wasn't morning sickness. I haven't had, still to this day, I have not had any food aversions. So I feel very lucky. I know a lot of people are like, how did you get so lucky? I don't know, but I'm very thankful that I have not had any sickness or anything. Heartburn though, still major heartburn all the time. It doesn't happen first thing in the morning, but after I eat, it's pretty much heartburn central every day. I keep Tums on me 24/7, and they seem to work pretty well. I definitely have to use more than I used to, just because it's more intense heartburn than I've ever had before, but it's manageable. It's not anything too crazy. In the first trimester up until about, I'd say 10 weeks probably, my boobs were so sore. They were very sore. That was actually the first symptom that I had. I think like Labor Day weekend, Labor Day, was it? I don't know. Whatever weekend that is around September, my boobs were so sore, and they started off very like, it was almost like, are my boobs sore? I'm not really sure. And then it grew to like, oh my gosh, my boobs hurt so bad. And now they don't hurt at all. Like every once in a while I'll get a sharp pain or something. It's kind of weird. Not really sure what causes that, but every once in a while I'll get a pain, or like there's been times when I hug my husband and I'm like, oh my gosh, my boobs. And it's not like sore as it used to be. It's not sore pain like it used to be, but it's just like random pain. I don't know. It's not like sore at all. So yeah, it wasn't, that was probably my worst symptom since I didn't have sickness or anything. That so far and the heartburn have been, no, actually, headaches are the most debilitating symptom that I've had. But as far as like everyday symptom, it's heartburn, and then sore boobs was every day for a little while in that first trimester. I think it was about till, they were probably still sore around 13 weeks, but it was definitely subsiding around that time. But yeah, the headaches, I don't get them as much anymore, but in the first trimester, I didn't have them a ton, but I definitely had some headaches where I would get off work. Luckily, they tended to happen on the weekends or when I got off work, but I would get off work and just go straight to bed, which I actually went straight to bed a lot because I was very tired, but I would just go straight to bed and like try to go to sleep because it was so hard to even fall asleep. And I really don't want to take Tylenol or any medications just because I want to be as much me with no added things, you know, in my body besides like prenatal vitamins as I possibly can. So I try to stay away from the Tylenol, but sometimes you just have to. And I know for some people their headaches are so bad that Tylenol doesn't work, but for me Tylenol took care of it just fine. I think I only had to use Tylenol like 3 times. And a lot of times I would try to get like a Coke or something to maybe get a little caffeine because I thought, you know, maybe it's caffeine headaches, which I'm sure some of it was. But the Coke didn't help that much most of the time. Every once in a while it did, but I have to drink it like very early when the headache was just barely started for it to really help. Because if that headache was full on, nothing was helping besides the Tylenol. So I did have a metallic taste in my mouth. It was almost like a taste of like when your gums are bleeding. I would get that every once in a while. Not super often, and this was mainly in the first trimester, but yeah, every once in a while I'd be sitting there at work and just take a drink and be like, oh my gosh, this tastes like a bloody mouth. It was not cute. At week like 9 through 11, I was having every once in a while, not often, but every once in a while I'd have like heart palpitations. And I asked my doctor about it, and I also Googled it first, but Google pretty much said that can happen in early pregnancy or really throughout pregnancy because I think your veins kind of expand to pump the blood through, and your blood or your heart is pumping like, I don't know how much more, but it's pumping a lot more blood. So it's trying to get in the rhythm to keep up with pumping all that blood through your veins, and as it's like switching over, it can give you palpitations, and I don't know, it felt weird. It was very like sudden and slight, like I'd just be sitting there and I'd feel like boom boom, like a really, you could feel it, but it wasn't like, it didn't hurt or anything. But it was almost like you felt nervous or something. You'd just get like a real quick palpitation and then it was gone. So my doctor said nothing to worry about unless it starts happening a lot more. Then she could send me to the heart doctor just to make sure, but it actually hasn't happened in a really long time. I mean, it feels like a really long time. I don't think it's happened since 11 weeks. So from 9 to 11 is the only time I think that it really happened. But yeah, I was like, I don't really like this very much. Another thing that I've noticed now that I'm in the second trimester, I started off as like a double D. I was wearing a double D bra, but I didn't fully fill it out, but I knew I was trying to get pregnant, so I thought, let's get a double D bra, we'll fill it out pretty soon. So I definitely fill it out now, but I have not gone up cup size, thank goodness. I already have big enough boobs and I don't really want them to get much bigger. Yes, I want to breastfeed and I want them to be able to produce milk, but if they can stay around the size they are right now, I'd be totally fine with that. But they do look more full, I guess, but that's about it. They really haven't changed extremely, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm not really sure how much they're supposed to change, especially if you're starting off with a bigger chest in general. I've blended out my concealer for like 12 minutes now. I don't know what I'm doing. And also with the boobs, I feel like my nipples are just like always hard. It's quite annoying because I feel like sometimes my bra just cannot contain them. Like it just shows through my bra and I'm like, ugh, I don't want people knowing my nipples are hard, but you know, fact of life. It happens to everybody, I'm sure, at some point. So yeah, not too fond of the hard nipples, but I'm so glad that I wrote notes in my phone, because there's things that I've already forgotten that were, you know, kind of important notes that I wanted to mention. So the crazy thing is, like, when I found out I was pregnant, like I said, I'm like a testaholic. I have to test. And I would test from, like, I don't know. You have like a 2-week wait before you can find out you're pregnant. That second week, I would just test like every day. Sometimes multiple times a day, but generally like once a day for that whole week, up until my period was supposed to start. And then I definitely test every day. But what was crazy is that I was testing, and I have like, I'll put a link to the test that I'm talking about down below, but I have a kit from Amazon that gives you ovulation test strips and pregnancy test strips. I believe it comes with 50 ovulation strips and then 20 pregnancy test strips. And I use the ovulation strips obviously to track my ovulation, and then I would use the pregnancy strips because they're so freaking cheap, and they're just like little strips, you know, you just dip them in your pee, whatever. But they weren't like fancy or expensive or anything. This was like a really, really cheap kit. But what was crazy about it is when I was testing, like 2 days before my missed period was supposed to come, or yeah, 2 days before my period was supposed to come, I was using the cheap little test strips, and I was getting like really, really, really faint lines, like positive lines. And I'm like, that's weird. So I went to the drugstore and got the more expensive. Actually, I had some already in my bathroom, but I ran out because I was like, why am I getting this? So I tried like 2 of the more expensive ones, and they were saying negative. So I'm like, And the test I bought from the drugstore literally said like pregnant or not pregnant. And so it would say not pregnant. So I'm like, 2 days in a row. Positives with the cheap, negatives with the expensive. And then the 3rd day, I think, was the day I was supposed to start my period, and they were both positive. And I'm like, oh my gosh. The cheap test was more accurate and like early detecting than the ones that are supposed to be 5 days before your missed period tests. And I'm like, I just didn't believe it. I thought, because on Amazon some of the reviews said they were getting false positives, so I thought for sure I was just getting false positives and I wasn't pregnant. But Amazon tests came through for me. I love this set. I will definitely recommend it to you. And like I said, I will leave the link down below, because I mean, you get ovulation and pregnancy test strips that supposedly work better than 5 days before your missed period, $13 freaking crap. So anyways, I thought that was interesting. Let's see what else I have here. I am definitely more sensitive to smells. It's not extreme by any means, but like sometimes if I try to wear perfumes, that can give me headaches. So I try to stay away from the perfumes. Every once in a while, like I've been trying them here and there just to see if maybe that subsides a little bit. And lately when I've worn perfume, I've been alright. But every once in a while, I'd wear perfume and then get a major headache. So I thought, you know, who cares how I smell? Wear deodorant, you'll be fine. And then in the first trimester, and even now, I just want candy a lot. Mainly like fruity candy. And I just don't want to eat healthy. Every once in a while I'm like, ooh, I really want a salad, or I really want spinach chicken. Like I've been making spinach chicken because spinach has either folate or folic acid, whatever. It's got that in there. So I've been trying to eat more spinach, and the only way I like it is with chicken and like Parmesan cheese and oh, it's some kind of mixture. Garlic, Parmesan cheese, and cream cheese, and I don't know, just a bunch of cheeses. It's kind of like a keto diet recipe, but I'm not on keto. Like, I'm eating carbs and stuff. So I definitely like chips. I definitely like candy, but I always have. So I don't know if that's just me allowing myself to eat those things because I'm pregnant, which I know I probably shouldn't do, but it's just so good. Or if it's a craving. I do think the candy's kind of a craving, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. But anyways, I was always hungry in my first trimester, and even now when I wake up in the morning and go to work, I'm so freaking hungry. I have to have breakfast. There's no way around it. Whether it's a freaking candy bar kind of breakfast or a sausage and biscuit or eggs or something, I have to have something. And if I forget breakfast, I keep cashews in my drawer at work, so I will eat cashews or something. I just have to have something in my tummy because there's no way I can wake up at 5 in the morning and wait till 11 o'clock for lunch. I have to have food. And I usually have to have food, but it's not like terrible. Even when I'm not pregnant, I've got to have a little something before lunch most of the time. But now that I am pregnant, I'm like, okay, if I'm hungry, I should be eating. I just feel like if I'm not hungry, it's fine. So I eat when I'm hungry. I snack here and there on cashews and little things, but yeah, for the most part, I have to have breakfast. I always make sure to have lunch and dinner. I eat my 3 meals a day, and then I have, like I said, some nuts or something in between if I get hungry, which I usually do get hungry because I have lunch at 11 and then I leave work at around 4:30. So I'm usually pretty hungry about 4:30 and 5 o'clock, so we have a pretty early dinner most nights, but yes, I am always hungry, always. But I'm not always hungry now. I was way more hungry in the first trimester. Now it's starting to get a little more like normal eating habits, which I'm not sure if that's normal, but it seems fine. Can you tell I have like so many things in my head to say? And I wanted to do an update before I was this far along, but my camera cut off and I don't know what I was exactly saying, but pretty much I started off saying that I wanted to do more pregnancy videos than I have. Obviously, I'm 17 weeks and this is the first one I'm doing, but I wanted to wait till 13 weeks for sure to announce, just to get out of the danger zone, I guess. I mean, yes, there's still chances of something going wrong. There's always a chance of something going wrong, but the majority of chances of having like a miscarriage or something is between when you find out to 13 weeks. Anytime in that first trimester is really kind of like a danger zone, but every week the chance of having one slowly gets lower, and then once you get to your second trimester, it's like not even 1% chance of having a miscarriage. But like I said, you never know. It can always happen. But that's why we wanted to wait to announce, just to make sure everything was fine. Everything was good. We wanted to have our ultrasound and just get used to the fact of being pregnant and kind of how we wanted to announce. We didn't do anything super special to announce, but I will insert some videos of what we did do. Unfortunately, I had to tell my parents over the phone because we went to a Tennessee game. I'm using the Milani Baked Bronzer in Soleil. Oh! Soleil. I don't know how you say that. And for powder, I used the Cover FX powder, and for concealer, I used the Too Faced Born This Way. So we went to Tennessee on a Friday because we basically got free tickets to a Tennessee Volunteers game. And so we were like, perfect. This game is literally the day of 13 weeks. So that's when we're going to announce. And so Friday we got to West Tennessee. We dropped the dogs off with my husband's dad. And we told my mother-in-law and my father-in-law that day when we got to his house. And then we told a couple of our friends at lunch that day because we went with 2 of our friends to the game. So obviously we had to tell them because we were going to be staying in the same hotel and I wasn't going to be drinking, so it kind of be obvious because whenever we go out we tend to get a little crazy and drink and just have fun, you know. And so if I'm not drinking, they're going to be like, excuse me, what's going on? So we told them, and I texted my parents to see if they wanted to meet up for lunch before we headed to Knoxville. And unfortunately they were just busy, so we didn't get to meet up with them. So we went to the Tennessee game, and it was Tennessee versus Kentucky, and Kentucky was ranked number 11 or 12, I think, at the time. And oh my gosh. So we went to the Tennessee game and we wore some shirts. I'll insert a picture, but we wore some shirts that said like eating for 2, drinking for 2, and then I held up a little onesie that said Vol Fan coming May 2019. And my due date's May 18th, by the way, of 2019. But so went to the game, held the shirt up, blah blah blah. We weren't going to post it until I told my parents, obviously, on Facebook, because that'd be kind of rude. So we ended up beating this number 12 or 11 ranked team, and I think we were expected to lose by 4, but Tennessee, if you watch Tennessee, they have had some rough couple years. So kind of hard to be a Tennessee fan, but we won this game. It worked out perfectly for our announcement. It was so much fun. We had a blast. This game was like crazy good. We killed them, honestly. I think the score was like, we had like double the points they did. So it was amazing, and we were like, we have to announce today or else it's not going to be as cool. Like if we announce tomorrow after I see my parents in person on the way back home, it's just not going to have the same effect. So I ended up having to call them after the game, and I told them a little white lie. I said that I met a celebrity and I wanted to show them the picture. So I was FaceTiming my dad, and Shay held his phone up to my phone, and it was a picture of our announcement. But then I called my mom, and the place I was in or the place she was in, maybe both, I don't know, we had terrible service. So I tried FaceTiming her, and it just like, I don't know, we couldn't get it to work. She couldn't see anything. She thought for sure I met Kane Brown. She's obsessed with Kane Brown, and she said he's from Knoxville. I had no idea. I really didn't think she would believe my little white lie, but she was convinced that I met him. So I started sending her the photo and sent it to her, sent it to my sisters, and then I just posted it on Facebook because I was like, I'm not gonna try to, because I really did have bad service, I'm not gonna try to send it to like all my cousins and aunts and uncles and stuff. I'm just gonna post it on Facebook, get it over with, everybody will be fine. So yeah, I think my mom received the text like right as it went on Facebook, but didn't really go the way I wanted to. But you know, sometimes you just can't plan it out. I gotta poop. Alright, sorry, I am back. I had to take a little potty break. But that kind of reminded me of something I wanted to talk about. My bathroom schedule has been so off. So this is probably TMI, but I used to do my number 2s about every day, and especially when I drank coffee, which I can't have coffee anymore, but I I do have decaf coffee here and there. But anyways, so I know they say that pregnancy can make you constipated, and it is no joke. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, that middle of the deep shade. So yeah, I find that sometimes I cannot do a number 2, and the only thing, I haven't tried any like laxatives or anything because that just does not sound like a fun time. But like last week I went at least 4 days without going. I don't really know how long it was, but that's not good for me. So I generally, what takes care of my business is I will go to Starbucks and I will get a decaf iced caramel macchiato. I know it's winter, but it's the only thing that helps. The regular caramel macchiatos, the hot ones, don't do the trick. So yes, iced caramel macchiato from Starbucks gets me every time, and that's why I had to go again today, because sometimes it does an extra good job, because I bought one yesterday and drank it because I had to go. But also yesterday I was peeing like crazy. Like, me just as a person, I pee all the freaking time. I can't go like more than 3 hours without going pee, and I really thought, like, now that I'm pregnant, that I just like have to put a pillow by the toilet and just stay there all the time. Honestly, it has not been that bad. I do drink a lot of water, so that's making it worse. But yesterday I was drinking some water and I had to pee like every 10 minutes for like an hour or two, and then so I stopped drinking the water and it finally, kind of went away. But pretty annoying. I don't like having to pee every 10 minutes, but sometimes you just got to. So that was just yesterday. Today's been fine again. But yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen too often. I'm just going to use the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to use the blush called Rose Spritz. It's the, this one right here, and just put that on my cheeks. Let's see what else. I was just thinking of other things to talk about, because I know there's things I didn't write down that I wanted to talk about. On a totally unrelated topic, well, it's not unrelated actually. My dog and I were pregnant at the same time. She just had puppies. She had 9. If you don't know, I have 2 Labradors. My male is a yellow and my female is a silver. And we've had one other litter of puppies before. Oh my gosh, I went way overboard on this blush. We've had one litter of puppies before, and they were all chocolate and black, and this time it is the same outcome. We have 5 females and 4 males. The chocolates are all 4 females, and then the blacks, there are 4 males and 1 female. So we just have a bunch of girls in the house right now. They are, let's see, 3 days old, I think. They were born December 6th, 2018. So they'll be ready to go from like the middle to the end of January. So if you are around Southeast Iowa, Western Illinois area, and you want a Labrador puppy, we're selling them $500. And if you mention my YouTube channel, I'll give you $50 off. So yeah, I don't know. If you're around the area and you want a Labrador, they're amazing. I seriously, like, I'm obsessed, because we created a Facebook group after our last litter, and people post pictures all the time. Those puppies are now 2 years old. They were born December 4th of 2016, or I'm sorry, December 3rd. So they are now 2 years old, and they're just so freaking cute, and we get the best updates from our puppy parents. They're amazing parents, all of them. So yeah. On another note about dogs, my male lab knows that I'm pregnant. Like, he has been more protective of me, more cuddly with me. He lays extra gently next to me. Like, he used to plop down on top of me, like laying in the bed. He'd just, boom, like lay down right on top of me. And he weighs a good 100 pounds. So, I was a little scared, you know, when I got pregnant that he would plop down on top of me. So I definitely had to be more cautious, but he has been so good. He does not plop down on top of me. He didn't really jump anyways on me, but he'll jump in the air and, you know, but he's different. And it's so strange. I'm gonna use the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. This highlighter is freaking gorgeous. Anyways, it's so weird though, because I know people say that like dogs have that sense that they can tell that you're pregnant, but it's been like since really early on that he's been different, and it's so cute. I love it so much, but he's such a good dog. Anyways, our female, I don't think she can tell any difference. She's definitely a cuddler, and she will still just, she's never really been like a plop down on you kind of dog, but she'll definitely just lay down next to me. Not right now since she's consumed by puppies, but she'll lay down on top of me and she doesn't really think about it at all, which could have just been because she was pregnant as well. I don't know. But yeah, it's so crazy how they just can sense things like that. But it's so cute. I love it. Love it so much. He's gonna be a great brother to this little baby. And speaking of this little baby, I do not know the sex yet. I think I said that. I found out in 4 weeks. But I had a dream last week or something that, you know how sometimes whenever you're gonna find out the sex, they'll give you like an envelope to open or give to somebody to go get you like gender reveal stuff if you're having a gender reveal party or whatever. So I had a dream that this envelope came in the mail for some reason. I don't know why we just didn't get it from our doctor, but envelope comes in the mail, and I opened it before my husband got home or anything. I don't know where he was in my dream, but he was not around, and I was being very, I don't know, just couldn't wait, and so I opened it and it was a girl. And then I was so mad at myself for ruining the surprise, because we've been talking about having a gender reveal party. We're still not sure because we don't really have family and stuff that lives close by, so I don't know. But yeah, I was so mad at myself for opening this envelope in my dream and it said it was a girl. So I don't know what I think it is. We're hoping, I don't really care. Like, I would love to have a little girl, but I would also love to have a little boy. There's not many boys in my family, so just having a little boy would be so fun and so different. But and for my husband's sake, he is like dying to have a boy, but I don't care either way. You know, it doesn't, like, a little girl would be so fun. I love my niece. I love little girls. I think they're so cute, but I don't know, I kind of do want a boy first, and then I'd like to have a girl for my second one. But you know, we'll see how it works out. So I'm very excited to find out. But I thought that dream was interesting because it's not like I've been dying to have a girl or anything. So I wonder if it's going to be the opposite or if it really will be a girl. I'm not sure. I've heard people say it ends up being the opposite from what you dream, but I've also heard people say that like stuff like that is mother's intuition, and it's just like your body knowing and telling you what it is. I don't know. I'm not sure what the heck this baby's gonna be. But either way, I will be so happy. I just hope they are healthy and hopefully a baby that likes to sleep like his mom. That would be nice. I think I've touched on this a little bit, but the amount of sleepiness that I've had, I've been so tired, and it's gotten better. I will say it's gotten better within the last couple weeks of this second trimester, but that first trimester, oh my gosh, I slept so much. I would come home and we would start watching TV or something, and I would just fall asleep immediately, and I do love my sleep, but I felt like my life was just wasting away by sleep. So I'm glad it's getting a little better. I have started sleeping with a pregnancy pillow just because I don't want to end up on my back. I tend to end up on my back sometimes. So I've been trying to sleep with my pregnancy pillow, and it's so comfy. I will link it down below. It was not a bad price. I think it was like 30 to 35 bucks. I don't remember exactly, but it's really nice. I do like it. And my husband hates it because we can barely touch on the bed. We can't really cuddle, but I just want to do everything I can to make sure everything is safe and going good. So yeah, I sleep with my pregnancy pillow. But every once in a while I will put it to the side and just see how I do sleeping without it. And sometimes I wake up on my back, sometimes I don't, but I've never had a feeling of like something was wrong after waking up on my back. Usually I wake up and I just turn on my side and I am fine, but I don't want to risk anything, I guess. And I know it's pretty rare that, I think the reason they don't want you laying on your back is that you can cut off like blood supply or something, but I think that's pretty rare. So I don't know, I'll keep using my pregnancy pillow, and my husband will just have to live with it. But also, I wanted to talk a little bit about emotions, because I know a lot of pregnant women have crazy emotions. Hold on. I feel like I'm definitely more irritable and definitely more willing to speak my mind, especially around drunk people. But I don't know, I'm not much of a person that would like I don't know, I don't stand up for myself a lot, and I don't like tell people how it is a lot. I am more shy and unconfrontational when it comes to that stuff, but I definitely noticed myself being a little more like just blurting things out and stuff. I don't know if that's a pregnancy thing or what, but it's happening. And then it's gotten a little better, but for a while there I was more irritable, and just like my mood would go from good to bad, and just, I don't know, getting annoyed really easily by stupid things. But that's kind of subsided a little bit. I'm not nearly as irritable as I was. And let's see, sadness, or like, not sadness, but like emotionally, I guess, I haven't really been like super emotional. Shows do make me cry a little easier than they used to, but I'm a crier at shows. It just is me as a person. I never really was when I was little, but as I get older, I get more sensitive to things. So I'm a sensitive person, but I don't think I've been like crazy emotional or like crying all the time or anything. I just have definitely had more mood swings than usual. Usually I'm not like too mood swingy, I guess, but nothing super intense. But every once in a while my husband's like, you just need to calm down, go take a nap, do something, I don't know. Really, pregnancy has been so far not bad. It's been really good for me. I haven't had like much desire to drink. Like, I thought since I drank quite a bit before I got pregnant that it'd be harder for me to like see people drinking and stuff. And like, if we go out and we're with our friends and they're drinking, I might order a virgin daiquiri or something just to feel like I'm included or whatever, but really I'm not bothered by it at all. I drink water and I'm fine. Like, I don't really care. So that's good. Obviously I do miss like going to bars and like just, you know, the fun of hanging out and having a drink and playing bar games and, you know, talking to people, because I'm not quite as interactive as I used to be, especially when I was drinking, because that just helps you come out of your shell a little bit. But I talk a lot at work, so I definitely get it out of my system. But now it's just like pregnancy talk and asking questions to all the ladies that have had children and stuff, and just, you know, it's a different conversation, but I still have a good time. So, and as far as work goes, I definitely get tired at work. First trimester for sure, I'd find myself like dozing a little bit at my desk, but I kind of would doze a little bit at my desk when I wasn't pregnant. So I don't know if it's that much worse, but I'm just always tired. I'm always a tired person. My doctor told me I should, you know, start walking and stuff. I do walk quite a bit at work, but she said, you know, even after work I need to do like a mile a day or something. And I haven't started doing it yet just because I live in the country. I live on a gravel road, and I obviously don't want to go outside and walk, and then I don't have like a membership or anything to a gym, and I don't have like a treadmill or anything at my house. I guess I could get one, but every time we've had a treadmill we use it for a couple months and then kind of stop. So I don't know, I don't really know what to do. There is a free gym at work, but my husband and I ride to work together and he's not much on going to the gym, so I'd have to convince him. But I do need to start doing something and eating healthier, just because I know I've not been doing as well as I could, and I want to be healthy for this baby. So yeah, let's move on to the eyes. I'm going to be using this palette from Ace Beauty. It's the Grandois palette. I don't know. This came in the November BoxyCharm, I guess. I didn't do a video on that. I've been just not up for filming lately. I'm sorry, I've been very routine-like with my uploads. Not that I've ever been good at it anyways, but I've definitely not been uploading as much as I want to. But anyways, this is the palette. It is beautiful. I haven't heard anything about it, so I do want to try it. So I'm going to just start at my eyes. I have no idea what I want to do with them, but I'll figure it out. This video is going to be 7 years long. Holy crap. If you hear little squeaks, those are puppy squeaks. They're so cute. I'll show you a picture or something. I'm just going to set my lid with the shade Patchouli. Fun fact, patchouli is disgusting. I hate the smell of patchouli. But also, what's crazy about it is that some of my favorite perfumes, like the YSL Black Opium, I think it's YSL Black Opium perfume, I love. And one of the notes in it is patchouli, and I'm like, what? This is not okay. I hate patchouli. It just smells like an 80s hippie, or I don't know what year they used patchouli, but to cover up their pot smell. And it smells so bad. But yeah, anyways. That shade seemed to set my lids fine. Didn't really do much else, but I'm going to, there's not really like a phenomenal transition shade. This is pretty much my lid shade, and then it goes to, then it goes to like cinnamon here, which is like a darker brown, and then poppy, which is a darker red. Oh, I guess clove. We can use that pink for a transition shade. That'll work. So I'm just going to apply this to basically my whole lid and also the crease. So I guess back to pregnancy related things. The only thing that I've bought so far, I'm not really sure when I'm supposed to start buying things. Like, because you have your baby showers and stuff, so I don't want to buy too much and then end up like not needing anything in my baby shower, because I'm sure my parents and Shay's parents are going to want to get us, you know, probably like a more expensive gift because it's our first child, and just, you know, to help us out and get ready. But I haven't really bought anything. I did find a car seat. It's a Chico Key-Fit infant car seat. It has like the base, and then you put the car seat on the base. And I bought that online for 50 bucks. It was on Facebook, and it's in very, very good condition. So I was excited about that. But that's the only thing that I've purchased so far. I've just been looking for good deals on Facebook and stuff. But that's the main one that I've come across. But other than that, I haven't really bought anything. Mainly what I've been doing so far, I feel like the hardest thing for us is going to be finding someone to watch our kid when I go back to work. So I've been looking into daycares and home care, I don't know what you call it, but anyways, just been looking into that stuff, trying to figure out who's going to watch our child and make sure I'm making the right choice. Price ranges in my area are from $25 to $30 a day for infants, but I know childcare is expensive, especially for, you know, newborn. This is the shade Poppy that I'm going in with. I'm just going to apply it to my lid and blend it up towards the crease, but not as high as we put Clove. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely the most nerve-wracking thing, is like making sure you find someone who's going to do a good job and is going to teach your child things and is going to, you know, do everything that I would want to do as a parent if I could stay home with my child. I want somebody who, you know, knows what they're doing. Anyways, my eyes are very pink. I swear when I talk I can't multitask very well, but I think that looks okay. I'm going to use Patchouli and then Clove again. I don't really think Patchouli is going to do much, but let's see. So I'm going to stop talking for a little bit and just finish this up, because I know this video is going to be literally an hour long. But I'm just really excited, you know, to be pregnant, and I feel very blessed to be able to have this opportunity, and I just pray that everything goes well. If you guys want to say a prayer for us, I mean, I will always take that. But so far everything seems to be going good. I'm very happy, and my pregnancy has been really good, so I'm feeling great. I'm going to add some of Poppy to the lower lash line. Does she have pink eye? Maybe. Does she just have really pink eye makeup? Probably. If you guys notice anything in this video that I've been using and maybe I shouldn't be since I'm pregnant, let me know. I haven't done probably enough research on makeup and things just to make sure that, you know, I'm not using any products that could be harmful. So if you know of anything that I used in this video, please tell me, because I will definitely stop using it. It's definitely something I need to look into. I downloaded this app that Kourtney Kardashian was talking about in a recent episode it is called Healthy Living. And it just tells you like what stuff is basically good for your baby and what's not, and just ratings on things. So I've been using that. You can scan barcodes and stuff, but it doesn't have everything on it. So I don't know. I will include a bump photo update in this video, by the way, if you'd like to see my bump. It's not much yet, but I feel like it's coming quick, especially at nighttime. Like, holy crap, the amount different it looks from day to night is crazy. But I remember my sister, when she was pregnant, she just popped like overnight. It was crazy, and it was probably like 20 something weeks. So it's coming, it's coming. But I do use some pregnancy apps. I'm gonna use Jasmine, this first color, in my inner corner. I do use some pregnancy apps to keep my photos on. They're alright. I haven't found any that are like just exceptional, but I did pay for Baby Story app because you get some really cute little little things to put on the photos, little like stickers or whatever to put on the photos. They're pretty cute, so I did pay for that, but I've been using mainly What to Expect app for like forums and just reading stuff that people say. I've been following Facebook pages and groups for pregnant women, and I used the Bump app for just good info, and then I just Google things, and I found out yesterday that I should be doing Kegel exercises so I don't pee on myself, so I guess I'm gonna start doing those. And hopefully I just won't pee on myself. We'll see. I'm sure I will, but I don't know. I'm going to use the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I got this in a BoxyCharm too. It's a really good mascara, but it does get a little clumpy, so sometimes I like to use mascara after this one that has a little different of a brush to kind of separate the lashes, but it is a good mascara. I do like it. Hope you guys like forever long videos, because that's what you're getting. Alright, so I probably should have done this before I put on mascara, but I'm going to set my face if I can find the freaking all-nighter. I'm going to use a lip liner from LA Girl. This is in Mauve. Okay, so that was the lip liner, and then Maybelline Baddest Beige lipstick. I think this is kind of like a somewhat glossy finish. I'll be back. Alright guys, I just wanted to get a little more fixed up with the outro, but I just wanted to tell you one more symptom I thought of that is definitely the weirdest symptom I've ever heard of. I did not know this existed until it happened to me. I was watching a video by, I think, Amanda something. I'll have to find it. But she was like really far along in her pregnancy, and she said she's gonna have to replace all of her toilet seats because they turned blue. And I have had my toilet seats turn blue, and I thought it was because I bought a new set of underwear and they were all black, and I thought these underwear were just like, I don't know, doing something weird and rubbing off on my toilet seat somehow. But no, it's from hormones or something. I don't know. It's the weirdest symptom I've ever heard of. I literally did not expect it to be something from my pregnancy at all, but yeah, blue toilet seats. It's the strangest thing, and I've tried bleaching them. It's come out some, but not all the way, so I just don't know. But yeah, anybody else have their toilet seats change colors? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Anyways, that is all for my pregnancy update. I'm very excited to be pregnant. I'm very blessed to be able to carry my child, and I'm very thankful, and I thank God every day, or I try to at least, every day for just having this opportunity. And I know a lot of women do not have this opportunity, and I pray that this time comes for you, and if not, that you are able to find another way to have children, or I don't know. I just feel awful that some people just don't get to experience this, and if you're going through that, I'm very sorry, and I will be praying for you, because I know you need it. Anyways, I just want to thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's going to be literally forever long, but I just am excited, and I just wanted to share everything that I could think of with you guys. So I will be doing more updates. If you have any questions or anything you want to know, anything you want to see in particular, just let me know and I will try to do that for you. But thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. I love you so much and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.